Coming up, new waters ahead. A long-standing university club is forced to relocate.
A trip back in time, how the Renaissance Festival draws in people from all over.
Iowa's defense leads a historic beatdown in the Heartland.
October rain is right around the corner. I'll have your full forecast and weather.
All that and more
coming up right now on DITV.
Good morning from Iowa City. It is Monday, October 13th. I'm Isabel Thier.
And I'm Ryan Lynch.
And the third member of our team, Karch Smith, is live outside to tell us today's weather forecast.
Karch, it seems to finally be cooling down out there. Is that going to continue?
It's going to continue on, Ryan, as it is currently a crisp 62 degrees down here by the River Terrace. But over the next couple days, the weather will vary. Looking at today, it will be a high in the mid-70s with clouds early, but it should clear away later on in the afternoon. Tonight's temps won't differ as they will remain in the upper 60s with low wind. A perfect night for a bonfire, might I add. Tomorrow will be a few clouds with a small chance of rain and a high in the 60s and a low in the 50s. I'll be back with the full forecast in a few. Ryan and Izzy, back to you.
And for our top story today, a legacy club here at the University of Iowa is facing big changes.
DITV's Liz Schultz shows us what's behind a move that Iowa's sailing club didn't see coming.
Decades on the waters of Lake McBride are being stripped away. After 60 years, the University of Iowa Sailing Club is being forced to find a new home. Members say the timeline leaves the future of the club uncertain.
Stress and sadness. It's hard to be the president that handles the club relocating for the first time in 60 years.
The club was given a July 31st, 2026 deadline to move everything, even though the UI's lease with Lake McBride isn't up until 2029.
I was pretty devastated. I've been coming out here for quite a long time, and with that it's been, a big part of my life.
With hundreds of sails and equipment stored, moving everything by the deadline is no small task.
From out here, you can see what's really at stake. This is the club's home.
But longtime members, past and present, say that won't stop them. They're committed to doing whatever it takes to keep the club alive.
Just a collaboration, you have with everybody, I mean, it's just friendships and things that are garnered here.
For a long time, the club has shown students the importance of sailing and teamwork. Losing their home may mean fewer members and more stress on volunteers.
Just getting the word out there so that we can try to have some assistance in a club that has been here for 60 years, so it's kind of hard to get moving to a new location.
The club is looking at local marinas and storage, but it could add to their already tight budget.
It's on our shoulders to actually do the thing. We're the ones going out, cleaning the boats, relocating, contacting marinas.
And despite these changes, past and present members say they're determined to keep the program alive wherever the wind takes them. From Lake McBride, Liz Schultz, DITV.
8 class action lawsuits were filed after a data breach. A University of Iowa healthcare affiliate may have compromised information for over 200,000 patients in July. The alleged compromised information includes names, dates of birth, social security numbers, insurance information, and more. The class action lawsuits were also filed on behalf of others who were affected. Some of the named plaintiffs have allegedly experienced an increase in spam calls since the data breach. Others have reported feeling anxiety, embarrassment, sleep disruption, stress, and fear. Several court filings showed outrage that it took the university almost 2 months to notify them about the breach.
And one Iowa senator had their final ride this weekend. And so we're going to send it over to DITV's Julia Rhodes with a look over for the last ever Roast and Ride.
Yeah, Izzy and Ryan, Iowa Senator Joni Ernst hosted her final Roast and Ride this weekend, and she's been doing this event for over 10 years. Each year, Ernst takes her motorcycle from Big Barn Harley-Davidson in Des Moines to the Iowa State Fairgrounds. After, there are several guest speakers and, of course, roasted Iowa pork. This year's speakers included Senator Chuck Grassley, Governor Kim Reynolds, Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, and more. They covered topics from the government shutdown to immigration to the 2026 midterm elections. During her speech, Ernst blames Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer for the shutdown, saying he shut down the federal government to appease the far left instead of delivering for the American people. The Daily Iowan was able to send print reporter Anna Olson to the event, and she has the full coverage on our website at thedailyiowan.com under the Politics tab. And speaking of government shutdown, we are now 12 days in, and there is still not an end in sight. Right now, J.D. Vance says the Trump administration is working to ensure the military is paid this week, even as hundreds of thousands of government workers are suspended from their jobs. As for where negotiations are headed, there hasn't been much movement. The Senate doesn't have any votes scheduled until Tuesday, and top party leaders aren't showing much of a desire to cross party lines. Both sides are blaming the other as Democrats demand an increase in federal subsidies for health insurance, while Republicans want to reopen the government before negotiations. DITV will keep you updated as to where the government shutdown might be headed, but for now, back to you guys at the desk.
Iowa City members laced up their shoes and ran for the schools this weekend. DITV's Morgan Burhans has an inside look at the event.
On your marks, get set, go. Bright and early, runners hit the ground moving.
And it was all for a good cause. The annual Run for the Schools brings dozens of people together with one goal in mind: to raise money for the schools and the students.
The last 27 years we've put on the Iowa City Run for the Schools, and it is a fundraiser for Iowa City and Regina.
The money goes to physical education equipment, library materials, and books promoting student health. Last year's race impacted over 15,000 students and raised over $30,000.
With our community coming together and all of the things that we value as a community, family, public education, fitness, and health and wellness.
I love finding ways to give back. I also love finding ways to stay active and compete. And, you know, I've got that little bit of competitive fire in me, and this is a great way to work out and be with a bunch of different people from across the community and also give back.
Participants had the option to choose from the half-mile, mile, 5K, or 10K race. Over 1,500 runners and 100 volunteers showed up to be a part of the big cause.
The school district has been huge for my family. I actually taught in the Iowa City Community School District in the 90s.
It's really an event that brings everyone together.
And although it's a long journey, for these runners, it's worth every step of the way. From Iowa City, Morgan Burhans, DITV.
And Iowa City is giving people a chance to learn a quick fix. The city is co-sponsoring a repair event with Iowa City Repair Cafe on October 18th. It's an opportunity for people to bring broken items to be repaired. Volunteers will teach guests how to repair their own items as long as they have the materials. Due to such high demand, attendees are only allowed one item per turn. Different stations at the event include sewing and mending, furniture, electronics, and electrical items such as lamps.
The Guild of Bookworkers Showcase and Market was held at the Graduate in downtown Iowa City this past weekend. DITV's Camilla Muniz takes us for a look into the arts and crafts behind bookmaking.
I'm outside the Graduate in downtown Iowa City, where the Guild of Bookworkers Showcase and Market is celebrating the art of handmade books. Let's take a look inside.
As a part of the Iowa City Book Festival, this showcasing and marketing event brought together artists, writers, and book lovers from across the region. Each table tells a story, from hand-bound journals to decorative papers, celebrating the craft of bookmaking in the digital age.
You know, obviously, I'm making this as an expression of my own art, but what's so great is that once people take it home with them, they are then interpreting it in whatever way they choose to make their art. That's what's so cool about it, is that for me it means one thing, for someone else it means something completely different.
For many of these vendors, bookmaking isn't just a craft, it's a family legacy they're proud to keep alive.
So my grandfather started, I started working in summers, during the summer when I was a teenager at 14, and just kept going. Books are a great technology. They do more than one thing. You obviously can use it like a book. You could squish a spider with it. You could put it under your bed to level the bed. I mean, it's got a lot of uses besides being the book. I don't think the book is ever going to get fully replaced. Obviously, just like the club and bows and arrows, they've been replaced with more modern versions that do the same thing, but you could still go buy a brand new bow and arrow and a brand new club, and you'll probably always be able to go buy a brand new book. It'll just be not as large of a market.
This annual Iowa City Book Festival event continues to remind us that books are more than just words, they are art. From downtown Iowa City, Camila Muniz, DITV.
And today is Indigenous Peoples Day. The day is dedicated to celebrate people of different backgrounds in all walks of life. Iowa City proudly honors this annual holiday by sharing culture and traditions with the public. People gathered together sharing food, music, and history from all across the world. Dancers perform routines in vibrant clothes showing their true heritage. Events like this not only celebrate diversity but also educate and connect. Activists say it's a chance to reflect on deeper issues communities face and the importance of creating change.
I love bringing community together. The only way we're going to end, social injustice and environmental and climate injustice is if we work together.
This is the third year the Terry Trueblood Recreation Area has hosted the event. Organizers hope it spreads awareness to celebrate Indigenous culture. And fall is here, and when the weather is getting cooler, it just makes me want to cozy up by the fire and have a nice cup of coffee.
You're absolutely right, Izzy, and I'm personally quite excited about that. And for that reason, we have DITV's Linda Laco guiding us through the scenes.
From right here in downtown Iowa City, Film Scene isn't a movie theater. It's filled with local storytelling, culture, and community space. From October 9th through the 12th, Iowa City residents have the opportunity to participate in activities and go see different films at the Chauncey Hotel.
I think Film Scene is something different for everybody. And so it has always been a place to go for unique experiences.
This year's program featured games for the kids, multimedia art, and a variety of films showing all day and into the night.
Getting to expose yourself to different aspects of film, different film genres, and it's a good time. They have a lot of other good programming.
Refocus not only has their event hosted in October, but they are expanding their program into the summer for children to participate in.
And our community has been begging for more, and the only way to do that is to kind of expand and have 2 classrooms every summer, and we're going to be doing that for the first time this year.
Film Scene has become more than a place to watch movies. It's a space that brings people together and gets them involved.
I like the community they have here. I feel like it's definitely more, it's not like your regular movie theater where you go in.
It's always a unique experience, but it's also a very personal experience.
From popcorn to passion to pure cinema, Film Scene got a little something for everyone. From downtown Iowa City, Linda Laco, DITV Arts and Culture. And cut.
And this weekend was the beginning of a journey through history in a village that's no stranger to it. The Iowa Renaissance Festival in Middle Amana is running for 2 fall weekends for the first time. DITV's Kabedi Mutumba has a look on what the performers and patrons think about the festival's growth.
Fun, sword fighting, and family. It's all here at the Iowa Renaissance Festival in the Amana colonies. For many, it's a home away from home, a chance to break away from the chaos of modern day life and experience something new.
There's just such interesting characters here all the time. I mean, it's just so intriguing to just walk in here and just like, wow, I can't wait to see what happens next.
What happens next? Well, you might run into some witches and maybe some knights.
We want to make sure that their hits are precise.
This year, patrons at the festival get to show off their creativity for not 1, but 2 weekends. The festival's entertainment director, Nate Mims, has watched the crowds grow for the past 15 years.
The growth has been exciting to see. Like, we've had a lot more people out this weekend than prior second weekends. It's always good to see families come out together and get to spend the chance just enjoying the afternoon.
Ashley Hilton, who is a vendor at the festival, says that the addition of a fall weekend makes her 10-hour drive up from Colorado more practical, and it means more time with the people that she loves.
And I call it my fair family because I have so many amazing people here that I know and I love, and I get to see only twice a year, but it's so beneficial, and I'm so thankful I'm able to do that.
With enemies dueling and friends reuniting, the fair has a little bit of everything, and it's easy to get into some sticky situations.
Unfortunately, I seem to have gotten myself in a little bit of a situation. Don't know how long it's going to take me to get out of this thing. At the Iowa Renaissance Festival in the Amana colonies, Kabedi Mutumba, DITV.
Steven, please.
And coming up later, Iowa football hands Wisconsin a historic beatdown. Soccer plays an all-time classic, and volleyball and field hockey pull double duty. All that and more after the break.
Stories occur every day, and here at DITV, we've got you covered with up-to-date news and politics.
We are anxiously waiting for those votes for not only the national election, but here in District 1.
Community members protest and stand for science.
Keeping highlights and scores with Hawkeye Sports.
Advancing to the quarterfinals, Iowa looks to boost their overall placement and their way into the semis.
It's Iowa's second road win of the season, first since September 21st.
And of course, all the latest in entertainment.
Sit back, relax, and here's the word on the street. I'm here at the Alan McVeigh Theater, where a unique performance.
Here at DITV, we've got a crew bringing you all the stories from across the nation and right here in your backyard.
From the Iowa State Fair.
In Nashville, Tennessee.
From downtown Iowa City.
From Carver Hawkeye Arena.
And bringing all the coverage straight to you live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. Around the University of Iowa and Iowa City community, we have the stories that matter to you here at DITV.
And welcome back to DITV on this fantabulous Monday morning.
But first, let's take a look back outside with Karch for the forecast and the week ahead.
Yes, guys, April may be the month known for showers, but we're going to be getting quite a few here in October as well. Taking a look at the Penncrest cam, Wednesday will come with a 50% chance of rain, as highs reach in the upper 70s and dropping down into the 50s at the night. Thursday will bring light showers early on with mostly cloudy conditions throughout the day, reaching a high in the mid-70s. And Friday will finally show some sun, and temperatures will climb back up into the upper 70s. And going into the weekend, another slight chance of rain with temperatures reaching the low 70s and mid-50s at the end of the day. Finally, Sunday will be feeling a little gloomy with clouds coming right back. Now you might want to bring your umbrella to class, as autumn leaves may not be the only thing falling out here. Izzy, Ryan, back to you.
Yeah, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really excited about this, rain. It's not rain time.
Yeah, I'm not super excited for the rain, but Ryan, I hear that it was raining touchdowns in Wisconsin.
Absolutely. Historic beatdown this weekend up in Madison. The Hawkeyes went camping and took on the Wisconsin Badgers, and Cole Krieger was there with the coverage.
Hawkeyes and Badgers from Camp Randall Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Madison, one of the most historic and iconic settings across all of college football. It's also the home of some great college football traditions. Badger fans used to come from all across the state, filling up the stands all the way up here at the top. But recently, this once passionate fan base has been replaced with empty bleachers. This was the scene just moments before kickoff. Nevertheless, empty stadium or not, the Hawkeyes march into Camp Randall looking to take home the Heartland Trophy for the 4th year in a row, for the first time since 2005. After a quick 3-and-out by the Badgers, the Hawkeyes got the ball and got to work early, with true freshman running back Nathan McNeil weaving in and out between defenders before settling for a 32-yard field goal by Drew Stevens.
Coming off the bye, we got a little jump start on stuff, so I think we started off fast, we were dialed in.
And just as the game was beginning, the wheels would start to fall off for the Badgers. Hunter Simmons' pass would be batted and intercepted by Bryce Hawthorne, which would set up Kamari Moulton for a touchdown. The bad just kept getting worse for the Badgers as defensive tackle Aaron Graves would intercept Simmons' pass and rumble his way all the way down to the 1. That would set up Mark Gronowski's 8th rushing touchdown of the season.
A really big point of emphasis going into this game is we need to turn the ball over, put our offense in a good position to score, and so I think just with that as our focus, we really took that to heart and came out and showed up today.
After a nightmare of a first quarter, cheers would start to turn into boos. The Wisconsin student section had this to say towards their head coach, Luke Fickle. Kirk Ferentz made it clear after their loss to Indiana that he was upset with the defense's tackling. It's safe to say the D took note as the Hawkeyes kept swarming and swarming and swarming the Badgers in the backfield.
It was definitely a physical game. They're a physical football team. We were preaching it all week in practice that we got to bring it from the get-go, and I think we did that tonight.
Drew Stevens would add 2 more field goals in the second quarter, giving Iowa the 23-0 lead at the half.
That was one of our keys to this game, is out-physical this other team and play for the full 60 minutes, and I think we did that today.
The story wouldn't change in half number 2 as the Badger fans headed for the exits. Hawkeyes continued to jump around all over the Badger defense, adding 2 other scores off the back of Xavier Williams, taking home the Heartland Trophy for the 4th consecutive season. The Hawkeyes came into Camp Randall and did something that no team has been able to do since 1980. That's shutting out the Wisconsin Badgers on their home turf. The Hawkeyes now turn their attention to a struggling Nittany Lion team from Penn State, who they'll host in Kinnick Stadium next Saturday. From Camp Randall Stadium at the University of Wisconsin, Cole Krieger, DITV Sports.
And Iowa women's soccer took on Michigan State yesterday in a game that was considered Iowa's biggest game of the year. And it's safe to say that it lived up to the billing, a back-and-forth affair that saw 8 total goals scored. Iowa started off on the back foot but scored twice to take a 2-1 lead at the half, but the Spartans quickly equalized a minute into the second period. Then Iowa retook the lead on a Fernanda Mayrink penalty, but still the Spartans wouldn't go away, tying the game again before Elle Wildman scored the winner for Iowa in the 67th minute. And the Iowa volleyball team spent their weekend out in Michigan, taking on both the Spartans and Wolverines on back-to-back days. First on Friday, the Hawks quickly fell down 0-2 against Michigan State, but narrowly stole sets 3 and 4 to force a do-or-die set 5. That's where they ran out of gas as the Spartans won the match 15-7 to take the match. And the very next day, they traveled over to Ann Arbor to play Michigan, and it was deja vu. Iowa dropped the first 2 sets, scraped by in sets 3 and 4, and came up just short in set 5. And it wasn't just volleyball clocking double duty this weekend, as the field hockey team hosted both Maryland and St. Louis. The number 12 ranked Terrapins were up first on Friday night, and through almost 3 quarters, it was a scoreless tie. But that's when Lee Von Kessel broke through to put Iowa in front. However, the Terps quickly equalized and then netted the winner in the 4th. On Sunday, though, it was a different story entirely, as Iowa dominated St. Louis 7-0. Frederique Von Cleef, Dion Van Olsum, and Hannah Maney all had 2 goals on the day. And lots of action across Hawkeye sports this weekend, and we're spoiled for choice after the football team's blowout win over Wisconsin, as well as big games across soccer, field hockey, and volleyball. So let's get into our top 5 plays of the week. At number 5, left side of your screen, Deanne Van Olsum going to catch and fire big-time power shot, bar down, one of 7 goals on the day for Iowa. Then number 4, Liana Tarahu from outside the box, bend it like Beckham, finds the goal. We'll come back to soccer a little bit later on in the top 5 now. Over to football, where Xavier Williams finding some contact balance, finding some green grass, 37-0, Iowa wins. That is the dagger touchdown. Back to soccer for number 2, 3-3 game. Late stages, Shea Doherty from distance can't find it. Elle Wildman tap in, game winner in an absolutely insane game for Iowa. And then number 1, it's actually 2 plays. First one up, tipped pass up in the air, up for grabs, and big man Bryce Hawthorne pulls it down the very next drive. Wisconsin back to pass, and how could you miss this guy? Big Aaron Graves picks it off, rumbling down the sideline, looking for a magnitude 6 touchdown, and he's just short. Iowa would punch it in anyway, and that is a look at your top 5 plays of the week. And Iowa baseball continued their fall season on Friday against Heartland Community College. While Tyler Guerin got the start on the mound, over the course of the day, the Hawks used 10 total pitchers. And after 14 innings, the final score read Iowa 6, Heartland 4. Next up for the team is the Black and Gold World Series, spanning from Wednesday through Friday this week. Well, guys, tons of stuff going on in sports, and Penn State up next weekend. Really looking forward for that.
I am too. I have friends coming for the game, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And so we're going to send it back outside with Karch for another look at the forecast.
Izzy, one thing I have noticed is that it is taking a little bit longer for the frigid winter temps to settle in. But this actually isn't far off from what we had last year. The National Weather Service said the average temp in October last year was 66 degrees, and right now we're at 75. Sure, it's warmer right now than it was last year, but we won't have a clear idea of how much warmer until the end of the month. And right now, these warmer temperatures are keeping the mosquitoes around and keeping these leaves from falling. Back to you guys at the desk.
And guys, like I said before, it's spooky season. It's October, you know, all excuses to use like blankets, and you see the little ghosts everywhere. I almost bought a little ghost coffee mug yesterday. It was so cute. But it makes me think of chilly weather.
That's right, Izzy. And for some officers in Ohio, they certainly had a little bit of a scare.
The police chase of all police chases, and it didn't even involve a car. Officers in Parma Heights, Ohio had to chase an inflatable pumpkin. Imagine that, an inflatable pumpkin rolling around the streets. Luckily, the officer was helped by a passerby to stop the pumpkin and reunite it with its owners.
And thank you for joining us online or listening on KRUI 89.7 FM.
We are here live from Iowa City every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 a.m. and online anytime at thedailyiowan.com.
For all of us at DITV, see you again on Wednesday morning right here on DITV.